Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry. Today's video is going to be my second shot at summoning on the Fire Emblem Lost Hero Showcase. So if you saw my previous video, you'll know that I didn't get them all. I'm still missing Veronica, so I'm here today to try to get Veronica. We don't have a ton of Wormite, but we do have 24,000. That's enough for 200 summons. We have 16 singles and then 3 tenfolds, so because of how generous the login bonus and this event were, I do feel like we have enough wiggle room that we're not going to end up in a complete hole here today, and so I wanted to at least give myself another chance to try to get Veronica and complete the set while she's around and while I have a chance to do so, since I don't really think she's going to be rerun anytime soon. So I'm not going to go for the platinum. I decided either of these platinums, it's just a little bit too much. I think if I could do this for $10, I probably would. But there's not really an even amount that I can purchase to do that. So I think that I'm not going to do it this time around. Maybe if we go crazy and don't get Veronica as a last-ditch effort, I might do it. But honestly, I just think that although it's a good deal, and especially if you haven't bought the cheaper Diamantium packs, I just think we don't really need it. So that is kind of how I feel about it. We're going to start off with our singles to try to raise our pity rate, and as we do those, I'll talk about why this is probably a bad idea. So the thing is, we know that we have Gala showcases in Dragalia Lost, and if you're not aware of what those are, basically they're a showcase where instead of a 4% base rate to get 5 stars, you have a 6% base rate. Now, the only thing on focus on those showcases is the brand new Gala character, who's a 5-star, and they do have a 0.5% appearance rate historically, so, not higher than anything else, per se, any other type of showcase. However, the fact that there's no worm prints in the summoning pool now, and here we're going to get a 5-star. What's it going to be? Awesome, it's going to be a dragon. Hey, we got ourselves a Liger. I'll take it. Not bad to get off of singles. What I was going to say is the fact that there's no 5 stars in the summoning pool, or there's no worm prints in the summoning pool, means that all those 5 stars you're going to get from Gala are pretty good. Even if it's a duplicate, you're going to get more duplicates because you're getting more 5 stars. You're going to get Eldwater, and if it's duplicate dragon, you get to unbind it. So Galas, to me, are kind of the future of summoning in Dragalia Lost. The fact that one of those is coming up, I think it's probably strategically wise to save for those, or save for banners where there's a featured 4-star character who's really good. Like Odetta would have been a good example of a good 4-star to try to target because she is really fantastic, and she's great for the new event that's taking place right now. So let's keep going through these. Because we got a 5-star, and the appearance rate only goes up in multiples of 10 singles, we still have enough that we can keep going here and try to increase our pity rate. Now, as far as the event goes, I did enjoy the story. It is a really long event, and I guess they decided to, make the Valor total that you can reach so high just to kind of give people something to do throughout the event. But I think the idea is if you're newer, you want to catch up, you want time to play through the event, enjoy the regular campaign of Dragalia Lost. So I do think it kind of makes sense that they made it that way, but, I hope that we get some insight as to what's going to come next after this, and I think there's got to be a raid event coming sometime soon, just because it's been so long since we got a raid event. The last one was with Felicia and Phantom. So for newer players, they probably have no idea what a raid event is like, and I think that's one of the things that really kind of hooks you into Dragalia. Once you try it for the first time, it is really fun. So hopefully we'll get one of those after this event ends, and hopefully we get a roadmap soon of what's ahead of what's coming next for Dragalia Lost. We were told that at the end of April we're going to get one of the biggest updates ever, and I do think the summoning changes kind of fulfill that, and the crossover event kind of fulfill that, but I still wonder, what's next for us? And I also wonder how the devs are going to kind of monetize off of all of these changes. We saw that the monthly packs have reset and changed. Here we're going to get another 5-star. Hopefully something good. Another dragon. Wow, our second Leviathan. Alright, that's going to be an unbinding on our Leviathan. We do have a Max Unbound Dragon Yule Jeanne d'Arc, so not quite as good as some of the other options that could have appeared, but still not bad. The fact that Leviathan can bog, he is going to be good in a lot of general content. Now you can see we would need 10 summons to increase our pity rate, and we only have 4 singles, so we can't use our singles to affect our pity rate anymore. So we're going to start a tenfold. What I was going to continue saying was just, I wonder how they're going to make money on the game. You know, everything seems so generous right now that, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I think people do like to support things that are generous, but I'm so used to playing less generous gachas that I feel like it's just too much, just overwhelming to me. Hopefully we can get something good in this circle, but it looks like all of the 4-stars that we could get, we probably already have. I think we have all the axes and all the blades. We got a Freet. I did max and bind him with the monthly Void reset, so he is just an extra copy that I'm going to sell for Eldswater. And I already have Karina, even though she is very good. And I already have Musashi, and we got a Musashi dupe earlier. So nothing from that circle. There's a real possibility that we see a Marth or a Fjorm here. I probably shouldn't have said that and cursed us right before we get this next 5-star, but let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be only one. Please be a wand, and please be Veronica. Let's see. And it's the last one. It's a dragon. Alright, there's no focus dragon, so it's just a crapshoot as to what we're going to get. We did see Orion there, and he is a bearer of good luck. Elaine, of course, also a bearer of good luck. Francesca, you know, there are some Francesca lovers out there, so I'd say she's a bearer of good luck too. Rock is going to be sold for Eldswater. Rex. Some 3-star dragons. A Mane. And what's it going to be? Oh, we got an Eric. And what's it going to be? Hey, we got ourselves a Nyarlathotep. This is my first copy, so good thing about a first copy of a dragon, whether it's a 5-star, 4-star, or 3-star, you can start to increase your bond with it, get some Wormite for viewing its stories, and I'm actually very curious about Nyarlathotep's stories because his event was so interesting, you know, that Lovecraftian event. I really wish we would have gotten to actually fight Nyarlathotep because he does look cool, or maybe the white Nyarlathotep. I probably won't invest too heavily into him. You know, I can't really see myself doing that, but maybe eventually I will want to just because I don't have Marishi 10, and he does provide 50% conditional strength if your HP is high enough, so not a bad dragon, but we just don't know how good his mechanics will be in the future. So we're going to keep going, though, with our tenfold voucher. Last tenfold voucher. Pity rate has reset now, so probably won't expect a 5-star for a couple tenfolds here. Let's see what 4-stars we get, though. We're going to get 1. There's not too many adventures I really need still. You know, I think Odetta comes to mind, Fritz comes to mind. There are probably a couple others. Maybe that could be Odetta, so that's something to look forward to. I'll skip through these 3-stars just because, you know, I already have all of them at this point. So this is just Eldwater, 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 as cute as they are. And it's going to be Berserker, so it's a duplicate. So this was pretty much the bare minimum. All adventures, which is kind of crazy. You don't see that too often. We're going to dip into our Wormite, and hopefully we can get lucky here. It's not guaranteed, and I'm not sure at what point I would probably back out. I'd say if we get as low as 12,000 Wormite, you know, we really need to consider what we're doing with our lives at that point. Here we're going to get a dragon, and what is our final thing going to be? An axe. So basically guaranteed this is just going to be Eltwater, so I'm going to skip through. Now looking at these 2 Afrits that I got, had I anticipated that I would be summoning this soon, I really should have used my Moonlight Stones on Halloween Silk, because she's the one dragon I've yet to max unbind at 4-star. But that being said, you know, I'm going to do it eventually with the monthly treasure trade, so it doesn't really matter, and I'm not using her right now for anything, so Let's see what we're going to get this time. We only got doves. Maybe it'll turn into a rainbow. It did. Turned into a rainbow. It's going to be one. Hopefully it is the right one. And it's a bow. So, yeah, I think that's got to be a duplicate. I'm pretty sure the only 5-star bow that I'm missing is... I'm pretty sure it's only Cerise, and she only shows up on Gala. So, let's go ahead and fast forward. Unicorn... It's Lara Noah. I'm always glad to see Lara Noah, but, you know, not as much as a dupe, but Lara Noah is so nice. You know, I felt really disappointed I didn't get Forest Bonds, that Wormprint, when I was summoning, but the fact that I got Lara Noah, of course, we only get to look at the Eldwater, she is really good. I crafted a 5-star elemental weapon for her. I've enjoyed using her against Void Agni. I've cleared Hybernhilda with her. She is a really lovely character, and she kind of gives me hope for bow characters as far as the future direction of their design. Because she's so focused on keeping a combo count high to increase her critical damage, we're going to get another 5-star right away. Hopefully it's something good. Hopefully it's something we don't have that we can work with. It's an axe, so whew, it could be a Linyu or Julieta. I do have Curran, though, so I don't want to see Curran here. Please, be something new. Alright, it's gonna be coming up probably after this one. It is going to be Linyu. Awesome. Immediately got another option for ourselves for High Mercury. Linyu is a fantastic adventurer. And we got an Eleonora here for Eldwater. So, Linyu is a fantastic adventurer. She has a very high attack stat, a very high strength stat. And the 5-star weapon for her, the 5-star Wind Axe, gives her another attacking skill. It's also very powerful, has really good stats. She has heightened critical rate as long as her HP is kept above 70%, 100% Bog Res, and she also has skill haste, which is pretty good on her. So the classic combination with her is Kung Fu Masters and Long Long. Those came out when she was released. Kung Fu Masters as a Wormprint gives her a ridiculous amount of critical rate, and that lets her take advantage of Long Long as a dragon because he boosts critical damage and strength. Typhoon Fist is nice. It can put enemies to sleep. Heaven's Breath provides her some sustainability. It can heal her. And in this mode, her attack rate, her speed is increased, and Typhoon Fist is powered up. So, Linyu is an absolute beast in that content. She can carry, like, her and a bunch of buff bots can basically carry High Mercury. So, awesome to pull her. Not our target, of course, but I'm glad that we didn't get Curran there. As much as I love Curran, he's really grown on me. It's awesome that we got a new character. So, let's see what else we're going to get. 3 4-stars. A staff. I think we have all the staffs. And a dragon. And a dragon. So, let's skip through. And, yep. Basically all duplicates. We did get Vixel. We got a Pietro. Always good to see them. Now, let's use some more Wormite. And we're quickly approaching the point at which we don't have 100 summons available left. So, at that point, we're definitely going to stop. We're going to get 2 more 4-stars here. A dagger. So that could technically be Fritz, so I'll stick through the animation. And an axe, that's probably going to be a duplicate. Let's go to our dagger. And it's going to be Floor. So we've seen a lot of her since her showcase. And we got Yue. We got her on our last summoning session, so she rounded out the axes for us. Let's go again. Alright, can we get a 5-star here, or are we going to boost our pity rate again? Nothing evident so far. 3 4-stars. Maybe we get a lucky transformation. A staff, a rod, and we did get a transformation of a dragon, though. So, nothing new as far as the rest of the circle, but that dragon could be something good. So our Lowen, second copy of Lowen. And our rod or wand is Sonoa. And we got Pazuzu as our dragon. Yo, so I can now, with this event, I have 3 sunlight stones. So if I really wanted to, I could pretty much get him max unbound. You know, I can work on that final unbinding over time using my Dragon's Roost and giving gifts to my dragons to get my last sunlight stone. Wouldn't be too hard to get him there, and so I could actually make my world's strongest Eleonora. With the event, I was able to use the ingots in order to max unbind her weapon. The thing is, if I were to have Zephyr, I'd feel a lot more comfortable max unbinding that, to be honest, just because that would work well on any of my wind adventurers, and Pazuzu really wants to have that poison-focused character to use well. So, although Pazuzu is very good, I'm not especially eager to max unbind Pazuzu just yet, because if I ever get a Zephyr, I'd rather spend the stones on that, I think. So, there we go, we got our Pazuzu. Let's keep going, though. We've gotten a lot of dragons. We've gotten a new adventurer in Linyu, and maybe we'll be able to get our Veronica, but it's not looking likely. We're not getting a lot of things that are on focus, even. Thankfully, we haven't gotten any duplicates of Marth or Fjorm. So here we're just going to get our 1 4-star, and it's going to be a dagger, so we'll flip through these in case this is Fritz. That would be pretty cool. Let's see. And it actually was Fritz. I didn't mean to skip it there. Awesome. Another character for us. Fritz has a really nice looking model. Probably not for everyone, the whole circus aesthetic, but I think he looks pretty cool. I think I like his little tattoo or little face art there, and the fact that he's juggling all these daggers. And this is one of my strongest Poison Res characters right now, because I don't have Odetta, I don't have Julietta, I don't have Albert. Basically, I just have Ron. So Fritz is kind of a godsend for Shadow Imperial Onslaught. He's going to be my go-to now. Strength double buff. Good, but there's no way to really utilize it with him. And Striker skill. You know, you really need a lot of enemies for this to be especially relevant. But he is good for crowd control. He can stun enemies with his 4 strikes, and they shoot out daggers, which is pretty cool. An Acrobatic Dagger is not a bad attacking skill, so glad to get ourselves a Fritz. At this point, I can't really remember what 4 stars are even left for me, though. Fritz stood out in my memory as one I was missing, so that's why I kept mentioning him. But other than that, you know, I think I know Odetta, and other than that, I don't really remember who else I'm lacking, so it might be a surprise to us if we find somebody that's new, but this could basically have completed our collection except for Odetta. So here, because it's an axe and a dragon, I'll skip. Karina and another copy of Silk. Let's use our Wormite again. Getting pretty low here. Getting pretty low, but I think if the new Gala character is Alisan, I'd be okay with not pulling on the new Gala, except for maybe 1 10-fold or something like that, until I got 1 5-star, just to test it out. Here, we got a bunch of 4 stars, including a sword. Got ourselves a Vixel. And what else? A Luther. Unicorn. And we got Odetta. Wow. Awesome. So I am seriously considering crafting a 5-star light sword now. Between her and Alphonse, like, Odetta is so good. This heal is a large amount, even though it's only to nearby allies, and the strength buff is really significant. This, when you upgrade it, it can debuff enemy defense. Also very good. Even though it's a small chance of doing so, it's still good, and it can hit in a line, it can hit a lot of enemies. She has poison res, like I mentioned. Buff time helps with her second skill, and she has strength as long as she's healthy, which is pretty easy to keep her healthy because of that heal she has. Odetta is kind of like the total package as far as adventure. She has a lot of good utility, so I might craft a really good weapon for her just because I can use it on her, put it in Alphonse as well. we have actually reached the point where excess items are being sent to our goodie box. So if that's not a sign that we should stop soon, I'm not sure what is. So we'll probably have to go here until we get our next 5-star, and that will basically do it. There we see it. There's our 5-star. So if this isn't Veronica, I think that's going to do it for our summoning. And, you know, it's going to be a dragon, so hopefully it is a good dragon. If it's a Pazuzu, we can max and bind him immediately, so that would be interesting, but it's going to be a Jeanne d'Arc, bring her to once unbound. Not a bad dragon, although with High Mercury, you know, you have to wonder how much HP do you need on these dragons. You kind of want strength dragons much more so. So, hey, we got Orsum. I actually totally forgot we didn't have Orsum. So this was the mystery dagger, or mystery other 4-star that I didn't have. Now I have to really wonder, you know, do I have all the 4-stars? Orsum is great at baiting against Hyber and Hilda. Because of his 100% burn res, he's one of the safest options, at least at a 4-star or above. You can definitely use Rex, you can use Zardan, they'll be fine as well. Nice, HP 70% equals critical rate. Flurry Devastation gives him higher critical rate as long as his combo count is high, which is pretty easy to maintain. And 2 attacking skills. I think that Flurry Edge freezes enemies pretty good. But, yeah, I think that's going to do it for our summoning today. Man, that platinum, given how much we spent without getting Veronica, this platinum, pretty tempting right now, but there's still so long in this event and for these showcases that I think I'm going to wait. Maybe there will be a part 3. Maybe there will be a part 3, but I think for now, I owe it to myself to wait and try to make a better decision. We did get a ton of stuff this time, which is awesome, but, you know, not all of that is going to be necessarily relevant to me, but it's still good. I'm glad that we have it. It's just that I could probably wait and maybe make a more strategic decision down the road. So we got ourselves an Orsum, we got Linyu, we got Odetta, and we got Fritz. And for dragons, we got a Liger, we got a Pazuzu, we got a Nyarlathotep, and let's see who we have here. I know we have at least a Jeanne d'Arc. Yeah, we got a bunch of 4-star dragons and a Jeanne d'Arc. So I'm going to clean all this up. I will think about whether I want to keep summoning. You know, technically we have enough for 100 more summons, so that is enough to guarantee ourselves a 5-star. But I think, like I said, probably need to wait, try to think about what the best decision is. That's going to do it for this video though, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.